Okay, we're gonna refilm this intro, even though I did that yesterday. We're gonna do it again because I kind of feel like I should do it again. Anyway, so redoing the intro, round two, day two. I am going to work on a project here really soon. I'm kind of hoping to either work on it here in the month of May or next month, May, or yes, it's April, or in this video will probably come out in May. Or I'm going to work on this dress in July. And it is the, what I talked in my birthday video, the Ariel dress. I'll probably put a picture somewhere around here of my little drawing that I've done of the Ariel dress. It's supposed to be like a sleeveless dress, a cocktail kind of dress, a 1950s cocktail sleeveless dress. But I don't wear sleeveless clothes. And so I had decided to alter it and put like a sand colored mesh is what I'm hoping to go for, like a stretchy spandex kind of mesh something. I don't know what type of fabric I'm looking for, just something that's kind of stretchy that I could put, or maybe even not stretchy, that I could put over my shoulders to be sand, look like sand and cover my shoulders. That's pretty much all I wanted. And I went online fabric shopping and I bought this atrocious bag of fabric. And I don't really want to open it, but I probably should so I could show you guys. This fabric, you know, online it said it was like a stretch knit, champagne colored glittery fabric. Okay, when I thought glitter, I thought it meant glittery like this one where it has glitters and the glitters will eventually fall off, but not this glitter bomb. I opened up the package when it came in the mail and literally it was like a glitter bomb went off. There was piles. My whole office, my whole sewing room floor was just covered in silver glitter. And I was kind of mad because as you can tell, it's kind of like a grayish color. You probably can't tell because my grow lights are probably shining everything purple. But it's a silver color. On the back side. Oh, I don't really want to do this. On the inside is this shimmery between gold and silver champagne. And no, that's about as far as I'm going to pull it out and as far as I'm going to move it. And you're just going to have to live with the distorted color if there is one. Yeah. And it was not great fabric. It was already like falling apart. Oh yeah, you can see right here. Right here you have, you can see it's falling apart. And it's coming apart not even just on the edge, but further apart on the inside. I had sent a message to the company and they said, oh, and it's glitter everywhere. I'm covered in glitter again. Oh. I sent a message to the company. I'll leave the listing of the fabric down below and the company down below. Anyway, I sent a message to the company and they're like, oh, we're sorry to hear that. We'll send you more of the same fabric. And I was like, oh, that's the return policy, is you don't get to return it. You send the fabric, they see that it has problems, and they'll send you more of the same fabric. And I'm not about to do that because this is a glitter bomb and a half, and I don't want another glitter bomb and a half with fabric that possibly will do the same thing. And it's not even the right color. As you can see, it's, like I said, too silvery. Anyway, so I washed it thinking, okay, maybe let me wash it first and see if I can, before returning it, and see if I can, you know, get rid of half the glitter, or see if it will be less silvery because it's super silver and super glittery. Yeah, that was the worst idea ever. I literally had to vacuum my washer and dryer because I had, my vacuum, the whole little canister vacuum tank that, you know, after you vacuum, had an inch of just pure glitter from me being done vacuuming my washer and my dryer. I am terrified that in the next couple of months, my washer and dryer are going to die from how much glitter is in them, which is why the fabric now lives in a Ziploc baggie. Because it is a glitter bomb and a half, and it's the wrong color, and I don't want to buy or ship it to them and have them give me another 2 yards of glitter bomb and go through that nightmare again. So I figured I would go fabric shopping in person for the fabric I need. I went to 2 stores here in Central PA where I live, Central Pennsylvania. I went to Fabric Mart up in Reading. I've been there before. I can leave a link to that video of me going to that store before last year down below. So I went there. They did not have it. I also went to Zinc. Same video. Probably will leave it in the description box down below or up here. One or the other, both. I went to Zinc's, and obviously they didn't have it. I only went to those 2 stores because they're the only stores I've been out here that actually have like costuming fabric more than just cotton, because actually now I'm running into this problem everywhere. But most stores seem to only carry cotton, with a handful of other fabrics such as like linens or maybe a few wools, a few silks, a few minkies. Especially out here I see a lot of more silk and minkies, and then like mostly cotton, or a couple of knits and mostly cotton. But I obviously need costuming fabric. And Zincs and Fabric Mart were the only stores I knew here in Central PA that had costuming fabric. I don't know why. Fabric Mart has the hugest selection I know in Central PA. Zincs in Lancaster has a little bit of a selection. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's a selection more than anybody else. So I figured I had an event in DC yesterday. In the evening time, I had some little party that I had to go to in the evening time. So I figured my husband and I would wake up early and drive to Virginia and see what fabric stores were in Virginia. So that is what this video is about. It's me going to fabric stores in Northern Virginia near DC. So first store we went to, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. The first store we went to was the Fabric Place basement, and I'll insert a clip to that video right now. Okay, I am here at the Fabric Place basement. So we'll go check this place out. I've actually never been to any of these fabric stores out here in Virginia, and I have no idea I have no idea what to expect. I hope you could hear me. A garbage truck just drove by, but I have no idea what to expect. I just kind of Googled a bunch of fabric stores, and this was the first one on my list. So.
It doesn't look like a basement.
It doesn't look like a basement. You're right. It doesn't look like a basement. It looks like a normal store. So when you first come in, there's these gorgeous dresses. There's another one right there. These gorgeous dresses in a button bin. And you can tell they have a bunch of different sections. I'm on a huge notion section over here. So pretty cool store.
About 40% off.
Yeah, it's really cool that they have like the pattern bins like Joann's used to have, and like the books that you could go through, and then they have over there, if I can zoom in, discount bin. But yeah, it feels a little like Joann's, like home. This is more what I was looking for, but it's close, but no shebang. It is not quite it. They're all sequiny and pretty. Oh, wait. If I get my hand under one layer, we can't even tell on camera. They're pretty see-through-y. They're pretty see-through. You can't tell on camera, but you can tell in real life. You can see right through that fabric. So not quite. Like, here you go. You can kind of see with that orange how see-through they are. So not quite, but close. They could work, but I'm gonna hold out. They're so pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. How shimmery, shiny. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Look how beautiful this is. And I love the blue. You can't. Oh, I thought this one had roses on it. I love the red back here that has roses on it. If it will focus. There we go. That's pretty. And then to go with the red, this purple. I really, really love it in the purple. The red's beautiful, but the purple's really pretty. I just love that color purple. Those are pretty. So, I didn't really film a lot. I don't really feel comfortable filming in public still. Still working on that. But I loved the fabric basement. Okay, ever since Joann's died, This is now my new favorite store. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Zinks, and it's still my favorite store. It's like the closest one to me. Don't get me wrong, I like Fabric Mart, but Fabric Mart has like mostly knits to me and lace, not necessarily things I need a whole lot, but I do like them. They're great. They're okay. I love Zinks. No, no, the Fabric Place basement. Oh, that was like a baby Joann's. It was, I mean, baby fabric section of Joann's. Fabric, maybe just the fabric section of Joann's. It had a good notion section. It had all the tools you need for sewing. Um, they had, I think I even saw some sewing machine parts, like sewing machine feet there. They had everything. Even if you're a quilter, they had stuff there for quilting. They had a bigger upholstery section, which was kind of a little sad and lame in my opinion, but they still had beautiful silks and laces and trims. Oh my gosh, they had tons of trims. They even had feather trims. They had a decent cotton quilt section, a quilters cotton section or cotton section. But I saw fake fur, I saw silks, I saw knits, I saw like stretchy it's polyester. Yeah, polyester spandex fabric. I saw faux leather, I saw plastic. I haven't seen plastic fabric since Joann's died. They had duckweave cotton, duckweave canvas. They had normal canvas. They had, like I said, tons of upholstery fabrics. They had a huge selection, and mostly trims. They had a lot of selection of trims, but oh, I have not seen that much of a variety of fabrics in one store since Joann's died. It was so beautiful. They even had, like I showed you the clip of, they had, I don't know why I keep doing that. I guess it's just habit at this point. But they even had the pattern books you get to go through and the pattern drawers. And once again, I have not seen that since Joann's died. And oh, it was like home. It was like home. So that was a beautiful store. Well, now definitely my top favorite fabric store. I recommend them. Also, their workers are super nice, super friendly, very educational on sewing. I actually learned one of the workers there actually makes a lot of costumes. Her and her friends make a lot of costumes for the Renaissance Fair, the Scottish Festival, and a couple of other festivals that happen not only in Virginia, but in Maryland. And so they go to those events, they help make costumes for those events. And she made actually they actually made some of the dresses. Actually, I think they made all the dresses up at the very front, which there was like 6 or 7. I only showed you 3, but there's like 6 or 7 dresses at the very beginning. So they do know sewing and they know a lot about costuming and they have stuff for costuming. I even thought it was really cool. There was one lady who was like, I need to make a quilt for my grandson's birthday and he likes spaceships and rockets. Do you have any rocket fabric? Other lady's like, oh, right here we have the quilters cotton section. Here's the space section. Here's, the space, stars, moons, astronauts. Here's some rocket ships. She goes, oh, wait, I have the perfect fabric for you. She goes, and she went off to a different section. She goes, I just got this off the truck last week and put it right here on the display case at the end card display. She goes, I think it would be perfect. It had stars, moons, and rockets on it. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was picturing. I was like, okay, that's like those TikTok videos. That was crazy. It was several people who were doing that. They're like, I'm looking for a certain type of fabric. And they'd be like, oh yeah, over here, we have this, we have that. Sadly, they didn't have the fabric I was looking for. I did talk to them about it. They didn't have the fabric I was looking for. I could ask for it and have them order it in, but I don't go to Virginia very often. So that was kind of a moot point. Anyway, so I highly recommend them. That is still my favorite store. Cannot recommend them enough. If you're going to Virginia or you live in Virginia, go there. I don't know if they have an online. I should see that. But I'll leave the link to all these stores that I've gone to. I'll leave their if they have a website down below. If not, I'll leave their little Google thing, because that's how I found all of them, was Google. I'll leave that down below. So once again, I'm looking at my notes. And next I went to Artistic Artifacts, and I'll insert those video clips in. Okay, I'm crouching here on the floor. Oh, the sun's like in a really shady, weird position. Okay, we're gonna deal with it. Okay, here I am crouching in the parking lot because we are at Artistic Artifact. Sorry, I cannot read cursive backwards apparently. Artistic Artifact, and once again, I've never been here. I've never been to any of these stores in Virginia, and we're gonna see what it's all about. So. And it's actually really, really funny. We were actually out here 2 weeks ago to buy tires. So I thought it was really funny. We were right across the street and I didn't even know there was a fabric store. Otherwise, I would have gone here 2 weeks ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago or was it a month ago? Might have been a month ago. That's cool. They have stencils. And then they have like textured paints. I don't know this company and this stuff. I'm gonna look into that. Look, they've got stencils, fabric stencils. And then they've got other art supplies over there. Okay, first off, look at the cute skulls. I don't know if I like the stars and the skulls, but they're cute. And then the beautiful butterfly. The bunny kind of creeps me out. But with the birds and the butterflies and the flowers, that one's pretty. The bunny creeps me out. But these... Look at those. Oh, those are pretty, all of them. I like these. I might get those. One of those. Oh, they're pretty. Okay, so we went to Artistic Artifact. Okay, this store was okay. I have a bit of a hard time. This store was okay. They do have mostly cottons. They do have a bit of canvas, like the flower and butterfly and bunny rabbit fabric I was showing you is actually a cotton. Keep doing that. A canvas. It's a canvas. They've had a bit of wool, and I saw something else there. What did I see? Oh no, they had like a few selections, but it's most likely Minky, that's what it was. But it's just like any other quilter store. They mostly just have quilters cotton. Actually, I kind of got boutique vibes because they had mostly cotton, mostly quilting stuff. They had very favored and catered towards that when it came to fabric and stuff like that. They did have a bit of stuff for like embroidery, but then they had patterns that were... I'm going to probably insert some pictures. They had patterns that were like custom patterns that somebody's made that they're selling, but they were for mostly quilts. Once you made a quilt, you cut it up and make something out of it. They also had a section that was just like people have already made linen clothes and they're selling all these linen clothes and fabrics. They had sections, like I showed you, of the painting and texture painting and 3D building of books and whatnots. They had ink stains and stamps and stencils and other craft things. But all those craft things they sold were from another small business. And so it ended up being really boutique-y feeling. Also, I think they're sponsored by the that sewing company Brink. I think it was what it was. You could see it in their name when I'm in the parking lot. The sewing machines, they had tons of those long arm quilting machines. I don't know what those are because I'm not a quilter. They also had a bunch of the Brink sewing. Was it Brink or is it Birkin? Birkin. I think it's Birkin. Sewing machines. They had a lot of those sewing machines. They do classes. The classes you can watch online. They have a Facebook page and everything, and you can watch those classes online every week. And they do random shenanigans in these classes, whatever artistic thing they feel like, and they have creators from all over the world who come and teach these art classes. Like this weekend is the sewing machine, which is why I'm saying that. I feel like they're really sponsored by the sewing machine company because they sell a lot of those. They had their company logo everywhere. They were always talking about it. They seem to have a lot of classes about it. The little lanyards that everybody was wearing, the workers were wearing, had that sewing machine company's name on it. They were really pushing of, do you need your sewing machine maintenance? Oh, this other lady got hers maintenance. They did a really good job on it. I was like, dude, I don't need it maintenance. I married an engineer. I don't need somebody to maintenance my little sewing machine. I just go, here, honey, it sounds funny. Fix it. They were laughing at me for, oh, no, you really should have a professional do it. I'm like, no. I go, honey, it broken. Fix it. So they were really, really pushing on that. But they were also super, super nice. I kept telling them it was my first time in. I'm really curious about your company. And so they were telling me a lot of this information, but I felt they were a little pushy. I did end up finding fabric I really did like. This gorgeous gray on black with like snowflakes. Yes, I know they're snowflakes. I'm going to call them flowers, not snowflakes. This beautiful fabric. It is, once again, quilter's cotton. It's, and it was in the discount section for what I thought was $5.99 a yard. It was literally marked in the discount section for $5.99, I thought, a yard. Till they went and done cutting it, and I was like, yeah, I want 3 yards. I'm really glad I said 3 yards, even though my husband and I were debating over 3 or 5 yards. They got done cutting the 3 yards, and they're like, oh yeah, we were supposed to tell you. We charge by the half a yard. Half a yard. I paid $5.99 for half a yard. Half a yard. I've never even heard of that. Who sells by a half a yard? And let alone tell you after they get done cutting it. I got scammed. But apparently they do have signs. Once I was like, a half a yard? And they're like, yeah, we have signs all over the company, all over the place. I don't remember seeing any, but obviously they were there. But yeah, half a yard. Half a yard. $5.99, a half a yard. Not a whole yard. Not 3/4. A half a yard. That is stupid. That is stupid. So yeah, I'm guessing it's a quilter thing. I don't know, but I've never heard of a company that sells by the half a yard, charges by the half a yard. So yeah, I'm not really happy that I pay, $12 a yard for cotton, but it is what it is. I'm more or less not happy about them not saying that they sold by the half a yard and that they didn't say anything till afterwards. So still a little butthurt about that. So forewarning, know that you're buying in a half a yard. Know that you're buying in a half a yard. So next, I don't actually have any footage clips. I'm gonna say yet, because I'm hoping, I don't think it'll happen, but I'm hoping to go back to Virginia before this video comes out on May 15th. I'm hoping. Right now it's May 10th. So, or no, is it 10th? It's 9th. 9th. It's May 9th. Yesterday was May 8th, not May 8th. April 8th. Yesterday was April 8th. I'm hoping before May 15th, when this video comes out, that I will have another excuse to take a trip down to Virginia and go to the store. It's called Vendong Fabrics. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Vendong Fabrics. It is really close to, I'm guessing, Virginia's version of Chinatown. Oh my gosh, that place was awesome. So yeah, really kind of bummed that we didn't get to go there. Actually, my husband read the note on the sign and he's like, oh yeah, they're closed for a holiday till 4:30. I thought he meant 4:30 time-wise, like time 4:30? 30? 4:30. 4:30. Yeah, okay. I think that's how he signed that. I might have messed that up. I thought that's what they meant, was time-wise 4:30. No, he meant April 30th. Yeah, April 30th. Not 4:30. I guess it is 4:30, but April 30th. So I kept asking the rest of the day, is it 4:30 yet? Is it 4:30 yet? And he's like, why do you keep asking that? Yeah, finally we had that conversation. Yeah, no, April 30th. He's not back till April 30th. So I'm according to looking at Google, he does do this every once in a while, or the store does do this every once in a while. They close for a few weeks throughout the year for whatever reason. I'm assuming mostly holidays. It is cloudy, and I'm still squinty. I'm at Vendong Fabric, and they're actually open. See, they're actually open. So let's go check them out. Okay, I'm excited. I'm so excited that they're actually open. Okay, we got vintage sewing machines over there. We got notions, more notions, more notions, more fabric, more notions, more vintage sewing machines. Like, this is crazy. This store is crazy. Oh my god, more lace. This store is chaos. See, like, my dream would be to use like this skin tone stretchy net for the neckline and the sleeves, but it's so see-through and I don't want it to be see-through. So that won't work for me, but I would love to if I was more comfortable. That's what I would like to do. Hold on. So I like this beady lace. I've got my green and purple silk swatch. I've got my other accents, possibly silks. And they blend, like this one blends really well, but I'm afraid it might be too gaudy. Like, this is gorgeous, but then it goes, oh, like, this is pretty. This is really, really pretty. I don't know what I would make with it, especially with this being so see-through. But it's pretty. You know, I'm a sucker for
Asian prints.
Asian silk prints. Oh, look how pretty this one is. Not the greatest color. Oh, I like this side better. I was gonna say not the greatest color, pink. And then they have beautiful laces, eyelet laces. I can English. This blue is gorgeous. Look, they have more up there. Oh my gosh. Oh,
That is a great bell.
this would make a great bell dress. This would make a great bell dress. Note to self, come back for this for bell if I ever make a really fancy bell dress. So as you saw by some of those clips, I actually did make the trip back down to Virginia to go to Vendong Fabrics. Vendong, I think it's Ben, V-E-I-N, Vendong Fabrics. It's a pretty chaotic store. It is very tightly packed, very small aisles, really narrow, like you can almost barely pass anybody in those aisles. They're just jam-packed full. They do have a lot of notions, like tons of string and tons of zippers of all different sizes and kinds and colors. And they have a lot of trims and laces and stuff like that, but they also do have a lot of variety of fabrics. I actually did not see very much cotton. Like, I don't even know, I did see cotton. They had like a little wall of cotton, but they had wool. They had wool that was like great for suits, like the ones I have over here. They're all the suit wool. They had laces of all different sorts. They had glittery mesh fabrics. They had mesh fabrics. They had jerseys. They had like the jersey knit fabric that you make like, you know, like soccer and football players wear. They had like spandex. They had pleather. They had real leather. They had anything costume fabric wise you could think of. I mean, as you saw by some of the clips, yeah, they had. So I went there to look for the top sandy part of my dress that I want to do for Ariel. And I haven't really found anything costume-wise in any of the other fabric stores that I went to in Virginia or here in Central PA. That one had choices. That one had options. They had a lot of different options. I just don't know what option I want to go with. And that's my problem, is they had too many options that I'm like, I don't know. So I'm gonna make a mock-up, try the mock-up on, see how that looks, and see how I feel about what top to go with, because I don't know at this point. Okay, sidebar there, but anyway, back to the store. The store had like a bunch of vintage sewing machines for sale. They even had, they repaired them. Like there was actually a couple who came in with a kind of vintage sewing machine. I was gonna call it vintage. Probably like an 80s, 90s, 80s sewing machine. I'm gonna go with an 80s. And they asked the worker if they could repair it, and they looked at it right there in front of the shop. The store is ran by a Asian couple or an Asian family, because technically I saw 3 of them, but an Asian family. They do have their cute little Asian shrines in a couple spots in the store. It was so cute. They do actually speak pretty good English. They actually know what's going on. I didn't talk to them about any like fabric or dress designs, so I probably should have done that like I did with the other stores. I didn't do that this time. They were super busy though. They were super busy. So they are super popular. What else was I gonna say about them? They don't have prices listed on the bolts, like a lot of fabric stores do. My husband and I do believe that it is because they barter on prices. You haggle on what the price is and how much you want. Well, I guess you always tell them how much you want, but you kind of haggle on the price of what you're getting. We believe that's what the case is. We had heard other people do it. One other person do it, but we weren't really paying attention when we were listening to other people check out and other people cut their fabric. But anyway, so we do believe you could possibly do that, or just ask before getting it cut what the price is. That is one of the huge downsides, and one of the reasons why I was weary of buying fabric there is I didn't A, know what the price is, and B, I am not a good haggler. My husband is. I am not. So I also don't know the price of like certain fabrics, like glittery fabrics, the sequiny fabrics, or the lace with the beading. I know that could be really pricey, but I didn't know exactly how much it would normally cost at a normal store and how much I could haggle down. So I apparently need to look into that and learn that. But yeah, that was one of the other reasons why we didn't buy fabric there. I'd say overall, for it being a small store, it has a lot to offer. And if you're okay with haggling or asking how much things are, then it's A, good store. B, if you really need things for costuming or cosplay, I totally recommend them, because they, like I said, they have a variety that I've only seen in one other store, which is the Fabric Basement, I believe Fabric Basement place that I talked about earlier in this video. Those are really the only 2 stores I've ever came across since Joann's died, that isn't Michael's or Hobby Lobby, that have costuming and a variety of costuming, like unlike Michael's and Hobby Lobby that don't really have a variety and aren't really great companies. So I do recommend them. And we're gonna go back to past Raven, because she's the one who filmed this back in April and it's now May. So we did get to go to the Asian market right next to it. So I'm gonna put those clips in. Okay, we're taking a pit stop to the Asian market. And actually, after pulling in here and realizing, let me turn this around for a second. It's not only just an Asian market, it's like a whole section. Like, these are all Asian stores. There's more over there. There's like something over there that says Saigon. Like, look, there's like the bridge, the little pagoda bridge right there. This whole section is like an Asian market boutique. Chinatown. It's awesome. So we'll probably be here for an hour. As you could tell, I was really excited about the Asian market. And that little Chinatown, oh, that Chinatown was so cute. I want to go back there and try like every restaurant, try out all the stores. I actually have a good haul from the Asian store. I'm gonna actually try that at the end and show you everything I got at the end. Because this is about fabric, not Asian stuff. Even though we're gonna insert that in at the end. So next I went to Tint Modern. Yeah, so next I went to Tint, a modern makerspace. Tint, a modern makerspace. That's what it's called. That's where I went to next, so I'll insert those video clips. Okay, here I am at Tint. I believe that's what it's called. It says that on Google, it's Tint, but they say Cocoa something vintage. But anyway, I'm here at Tint and we'll see what they are like. The third store I wanted to go to. I should tell you, actually, the second store we went to was a ripoff. Kind of scammed me, but whatever. We'll talk about that later. Third store I wanted to go to, they're closed for a holiday. It won't be open until 4:30.
So we're here at our fourth store, Tint. And yes, we took forever at the Asian market. Haha, Vintage Cameo is actually the building next door. This is Tint. So in the behind the Vintage Cameo store, it is a vintage fabric, not fabric shop, a vintage clothing store. Right next door and like behind it is Tint, the fabric shop. So in case you wanted to know, if you get lost in this area, that is where it's at.
I found another thing for your sister.
Put your head down. Ooh, lucky kitty. Oh, look at these, they're gorgeous. And they're like cottons or linen. And that's so nice. These ones are gorgeous. Oh no, that one's pretty too. Oh, those are gorgeous.
So this is a really teeny tiny shop. Like literally you could see the whole shop in one spit. It was tiny. And once again, they mostly had quilters cotton. Like literally 99% of the store was quilters cotton, including those little Asian fabrics that generally are in brocade silks. Oh, they were in cotton. And I wanted them so badly, but not for the price they were. I'm sorry, I cannot justify spending $16 a yard for those, but they were so gorgeous. Oh man, I still love those fabrics. I felt like this fabric store was a little pricey, but I also understand it is a very small business. She also has knitting stuff. She had a little corner in the back that was stuff for knitting of yarns and knitting material. A girl came in the same time I did, and she's into spinning. And the lady who owns the shop says that actually this summer she will be opening up a little section that's all about spinning and possibly even doing spinning classes. She used to do spinning classes in the past, but it became too much for her because they wanted to do it like every week. So possibly once here and there. And yeah, if you have any spinning, weaving, knitting questions, I recommend her because she apparently has fallen down that rabbit hole and is now trying to climb out of it. So let's fall her back into it. It's my suggestion. Let's just push her back in there and be like, hey, go into this world. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have more fabric stores, but I know the spinning community out there really also needs stores, and they have like 0. So it would be cool if she could, have that. But yeah, she was a really awesome lady, very personal, very helpful. Also very understanding of us all struggling since Joanne's died, of needing help and needing niche stores for whatever crafts we have. So no, she did not have what I needed. None of these stores did. That was my fourth store I planned on for the day. After that, we kind of got stuck in that evil construction from, Virginia. Actually, it was rush hour, and so it was even worse. From Virginia to DC, or I guess from Bethesda. I'm not saying that right. I know I'm not. Anyway, but yeah, that North Bethesda or Bethesda, yeah. Yeah, that little awful bridge from Virginia to North DC. Yeah. I got stuck in that horrible nightmare that, on a good day takes like an hour. During rush hour traffic takes 2. So yeah, we knew we would have to go across that awful bridge, so we really couldn't go to any more fabric shops. So that was a damper, but that's the price I pay for going on a day trip and having an event while going to Virginia. But it was still nice going to those fabric stores. I definitely do recommend that first one I went to. Cannot recommend them enough. The Fabric Place Basement, the coolest, bestest store I've seen since Joanne's died. So those are the fabric stores that I went to and my reviews on them. Now I'm going to show you all those clips of us at the Asian store. Not just the beginning one, but all of them, all the ones at the Asian store, and show you all the goodies I got, and even try some of these goodies in front of you guys and show you my suggestions or tell you my thoughts and my reviews and my reactions to all these goodies. So no more fabric. All about Asian market stuff and all the Asian goodiness. Okay, so clips of the Asian store because I went rampant.
Goth, pink goth. They're so cute. Goth, pink. I don't know. They're both cute. They're too expensive. But also, have you ever seen glass bok choy? It is a glass figurine of bok choy. It's the funniest thing I've seen. Or, you know, we could get the choose your own kind of adventure ones, the choose your own possible Hello Kitties. Or you could just get that one, or you could get these ones. I love this. This one's adorable. I want that one.
I swear by my pretty floral bonnet.
By your pretty floral bonnet. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I think you like Kurumi more than you like Hello Kitty.
I think I do too. Okay, here's all the funny flavored Lays. We've got chicken and tomato. We've got garlic flavored. Gross. Salted egg yolk. Ew. Okay, we got classic ketchup, cucumber, Italian red meat flavor. Oh, fried crab. Okay, I've seen that one before. They are so weird. Yeah, those are weird flavors. What's over here on this side? Okay. Crab. I don't know what that one is. We got crayfish. Okay, normal cucumber. Oh, so they're like the same. Oh, wasabi. Ooh, I might try a wasabi. Ooh, lime flavor. That one's gotta be interesting too. And corn puffs. Red meat? Is that what that one is? It's red meat? Oh, that's weird. Oh, wait, down here. Texas grilled barbecue flavored. Ooh, numb spicy hot pot flavor. I'm gonna get that one too. Right now we gotta do the Pringles. So we have hot and spicy pizza. Okay, pizza's been around forever. Caribbean spicy chicken. You want me to see this? Black pepper
Steak.
Black pepper steak. Okay, I saw this on the other side for the Lay's chips. And I didn't know what it was. What's this one?
I do not know.
I don't know what that one is. Neither do I know what that one is. We got Spanish ham flavored. What is this? I don't know what that one is. Okay, that looks like it's nori, so seaweed. Yeah, roasted seaweed. Mustard and avocado. Okay, sour cream and onion. Okay. That's pretty normal. Barbecue flavor. Yep, there's that steak one. Barbecue flavored. Lime again. Braised pork flavored. That is good. I love the chips. Yeah, we were definitely distracted by the wafers. Okay, we found the Kit Kats. We've got strawberry. Tried that one. Can't try that one. Okay, what's this one? I don't know what flavor that one is. Looks like it might be coffee or dark chocolate. Orange, ew, can't try that one. Raspberry, we've done that one, can't try that one. What's this one? It looks like this one might be dark chocolate too.
That one's a chocolate strawberry.
Ooh, this was chocolate strawberry. What's that one? Sweet cakes kind of looks like.
I think that's it.
And then we got another one back here. Yeah, there's that one that looks like it might be like a, oh, that's a Sakura one. That's a Sakura one. Ooh, we should try Sakura. Lame. I've tried most of these Kit Kats. They don't have any cool flavors. Normally there's really cool ones.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, the Vendong Fabrics is right next to Chinatown. I'm calling it Chinatown or Asian Town. Because that's pretty much what it reminds me of, is a little Chinatown with all those little shops. It was so awesome. That place is actually called Eden Center. I kind of realized I didn't tell you that earlier. It is called Eden Center, and the grocery store that we went to, once again, sorry, I keep looking at my notes. The grocery store that we went to is called Fortune Supermarket. And first things first, let me show you the regular grocery shopping that I did. So I have a bag here, literally. It's just a grocery bag filled with spices. Big bottle of spices because these were $3. and I actually needed some spices. So $3 for like black pepper, pretty cheap. Same for like ginger, ground ginger, $3. I thought that was super cheap. So we did buy like some one-offs of like red powder Szechuan, things you can't normally find at the grocery store that are Asian kind of ones. I think we even bought the All-Star NC All-Star ones. I think they're in here. Yeah, Ground Star Ansi. The Ground Star Ansi, that's what it's called. The Ground Star Ansi. So it's just ground up Star Ansi. Which, you know, are two of my favorite Asian spices. So that's pretty much all we bought was a bunch of spices in this bag. Nothing too fancy schmancy. We're gonna get through all the boring stuff first. Over here is another giant grocery bag completely filled with my favorite, I shouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's one of my favorite Asian things of all time, hot pot. I love hot pot. Asian food, favorite Asian food. And my favorite hot pot broth, I like really, really spicy foods, as you're gonna be able to tell. Anyway, my favorite hot pot broth is called 52 Degrees. I have gone to every Asian store in central PA to try to find 52 Degrees, and I can't find it. So I bought literally 10 packets worth of 52 Degrees, which is all they had. So I bought all the 52 Degrees they have. So if you're into really spicy Asian food, I recommend 52 Degrees. Hot pot is amazing. So yeah. Also, PA needs to get on their Asian market game. Okay, we need our own little Chinatown like Virginia had. This store blew my mind. Best Asian store I have been to. Yeah, probably ever. Really, really close up to the ones I went to when I lived on the West Coast. Those ones were, I love those. Oh, I don't feel like I don't know, because there was like 2 when I lived on the West Coast. They were, no, 3. There was 3 of them. Oh, they were beautiful. Great Asian stores. Yeah. These ones were like those ones, but little bit better. Little bit better. And I say just a little bit better because they had a bigger, fresher food sections than the ones I grew up with on the West Coast. They also had, I don't know. They would, besides the fresh produce and like the meat selection, which was dirt cheap. The meat selection and the fresh produce, I wouldn't say there were any other difference besides I wouldn't say they were any different than the ones I went to on the West Coast. Just their fresh produce section was massive and beautiful and big. I think there were some Asian foods I'd never even heard of and knew they existed. And then their meat selection, they had literally any type of meat and seafood I once again didn't even know existed. So that was super cool. But I think they also had a seafood. I think also that I shouldn't judge the seafood selection because once again, when I lived on the West Coast, I lived in a landlocked state, so we didn't get seafood. So seafood's kind of a new adventure for me. Anyway, treats, goodies. So I got some hot sauce. I got this. I should bring you guys closer for all these goodies. Let me bring you closer. Now you're closer, and now you can see my goodies better. So probably should have done that from the beginning. So once again, ground ginger. See, normal ginger, black pepper. 52 degrees, upside down. 52 degrees. This stuff is awesome. Okay, I got some just chili sauce. It literally is ABC extra hot chili sauce because I love spicy food. So chili sauce. Just thought I'd try some chili sauce. Oh, chinsu. That's how I pronounce it, chinsu. Just once again, Vietnamese hot sauce. I like hot sauce. I've actually had this before. I do like this. Just thought I'd get some. Okay, goodies. Oh, let me move my stuff around. They're all like right here in front of you guys, so I might need to like. Anyway, I'm not a big peanut butter fan, but I do love sesame seeds. And I saw this sesame seed peanut butter, and a lady right next to me was so kind and gracious and helped me figure out what peanut butter company to go with. And, ooh, this might be interesting. And she told me this kind of noodles were good with this kind of sauce. Let me get the sauce forward. This kind of sauce was good with this kind of noodles. But yes, I've had the peanut butter and noodles before, but I didn't really like it. But I'm hoping the sesame peanut butter with noodles, these noodles, because I've had different noodles, will be, and she said put like a little bit of soy sauce. I was like, dude, sweetheart, I have every type of soy sauce out there. So don't worry, I'll try it with every type of soy sauce. So yeah. Other treats and goodies. As you saw, I already got the Lay's wasabi. I should probably put the other type of mic on. Okay, maybe that will be better and not having background noise. As you can tell, I got the Lay's wasabis. You saw that earlier. I've actually tried these. As you can tell, they're open. They're okay. They're like a normal original Lay's, but they have a sweeter taste to them. And then the wasabi taste on top of that. Personally, it's a really light wasabi sauce or wasabi flavoring. It's really, really light. I prefer my wasabi with almonds. Personally, I prefer that one much better. Wasabi almonds. I love those. Then you also saw I got the numbing spicy hot pot chips to go with my numbing spicy hot pot. So let me crack this open and see what they taste like. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh yeah, these are good. That smells like my hot pot. Oh. This smells like Szechuan and the Star Antsy. Oh, the Ruffles. They're ruffled Lay's to start with. They're like the ruffly. There you go, ruffly Lay's. Mmm. These are good. Okay, they're good. They're not great, but they're good. I'm not the biggest Lay's fan because I find their chips extremely greasy, especially the Ruffles. So I'm really disappointed they're the Ruffles. But I understand it helps hold on to that spice. The flavors are definitely there of the Antsy and chili powder and Szechuan, but they are, I wish there was more, and I wish it had more spicy to it, more nummy, spicy flavoring to it. Yeah, definitely more flavor. Really light on the flavor. I wish they had more. But these are good. They definitely need more kick to it. So just like with Lay's and Pringles and Kit Kats, I didn't show it at the store because we've pretty much tried all the ones they had. They didn't have that great of a selection. Asian stores tend to have different variety flavors of wafer cookies. I am the biggest fan of wafer cookies. But we got the two traditional flavors that we like, the vanilla and the strawberry. I actually do not like this brand. Oh. I actually do not like this brand of wafer cookies. They are too much wafer cookie, not enough frosting. I am a frosting girl, so kind of sad to me that they were more cookie and less frosting. But I'll still eat them because they're wafer cookies and I love wafer cookies. Okay, you go over here. So Kit Kats, like I said, I love Nestle Kit Kats. Love Nestle Kit Kats. Nestle, even though I live in Pennsylvania, the land of Hershey chocolate, I don't like Hershey. It's So funny. I love Nestle. I don't like chocolate though, but I love Nestle chocolate or Nestle Kit Kats because they make a wide variety of Kit Kat flavors. And I'm trying to figure out how do I open this without destroying the package. I'm gonna need a knife or scissors right there. There's some scissors. So the ones like I showed you at the store are these ones are the Sakura. Sakura means cherry blossom. So these are cherry blossom Kit Kats. And I am super excited to try these out because I love Sakura. I just love anything Sakura. And I'm excited to try new Kit Kat. So pause. I'm going to go open these up. I thought I opened this. I thought I got it open. There we go. Haha. One little Sakura Kit Kat. Oh, they're blank. Look, they're like blank on them. I guess you can like write a message or something. So they're nice in white chocolate, my favorite, with little pink cherry blossom sparkles in it. Sparkles. Everything sparkles. They smell like candles. No, I don't want to try it because it smells like a candle. I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but definitely it should have been that. It definitely should have been that. They taste like normal white chocolate Kit Kats with the hint of a floral taste. So kind of. I wouldn't say that it's a bummer because white Kit Kats are my favorite. White chocolate Kit Kats are my favorite. It's just kind of a little underwhelming because I was like, oh, it should be great. No, it's just a white Kit Kat with a little bit of a floral taste, so kind of a little underwhelming. But I don't know what I was expecting because that makes more sense to me. Sakura is not a very strong flavor. I guess I should I'm trying to decide, should I bring the mochi or the doriyakis out? We're gonna do, let's do mochis. Let's do mochis. Mochis aren't as filling as doriyaki. So I got 2 blueberry mochis. We got blueberry, Hello Kitty blueberry, and blueberry and cream filling. This is actually a double filling. That's what they call it. Double filling mochi. I have never heard of a double filling mochi. So double filling mochi it is. Both of them are blueberry flavored. Don't ask me why. I just felt like blueberries yesterday. Okay. Oh, they're little baby mochis. Look how little. They're little babies. They're just so cute. Oh, they're so little. They're so little. Definitely an artificial. Ooh, I should be careful saying that. Definitely a Asian blueberry flavoring, not American blueberry flavoring. But definitely an Asian blueberry, artificial blueberry filling. But not bad. That's definitely artificial. Yeah, it says blueberry, artificial flavored. Yeah, definitely blueberry, artificial flavor. Oh, that is Asian blueberry filling, artificial flavoring, not American. I love that about Asian food, about their artificial flavoring tastes different than American artificial flavoring. Especially since I like Asian artificial flavoring better than Americans. I feel like Americans is just too fake flavoring and not even close to what the original food is, and they're super sugary, super sugary. Okay, this is what I normally think of normal size mochi. Ugh. So for these ones, whew, okay, these are super, super squishy mochi. And I have problems with super squishy mochi, so I know I'm gonna leave these ones out for a day or two to like thicken that harder. Because super gushy foods. But we're gonna try it. I don't think I got any cream. I don't like the texture of that. I told you I was not gonna like that. They're super mushy. They're a little too mushy. I have a hard time with mushy foods. Um, they're too mushy, so I'm gonna leave these out and let them harden for a few days before giving them my true opinion. But as of right now, these are better. These have more of a blueberry taste than these ones. Um, these ones are also tougher and not gushy. But these do have three layers. I should probably pull that out and show you. Oh, I gotta touch this again. So we do have the mochi, the blueberry, and then the creamy whatever. It's definitely like a cream something. It's a hard gelatinated. It's definitely like a hard weird cream. But there's a cream that now I've pushed a lot. Blueberry and then the rice mochi. Creepy, gushy food. So they definitely have the three layers. It definitely does taste like blueberry and cream, but I have a hard time with gushy things, so I'm gonna let those stale and dry out a little. Okay, dorayaki. Let's do the berry pie dorayaki. Raspberry and strawberry cream berry pie. But it looks like dorayaki. I'm gonna call it dorayaki. I don't think it really is dorayaki, but it looks like a dorayaki. Looks like, you know, a cake between some type of filling. Or with a filling in between two cakes. Normally doriyaki's, just in case people wanted to know, dorayaki is normally two pancakes with some type of filling, generally red bean paste. I have seen other types of fillings. I normally prefer the red bean paste because I love red bean paste. Apparently, it's the only way I like beans, is with a whole bunch of sugar. Such an American thing. Oh, nope, this is a dorayaki. It still looks like a dorayaki. Well, maybe not. It smells like a Pop-Tart. It smells like a strawberry and cream Pop-Tart. Okay, so cake filling between some raspberry jam looking stuff and some raspberry cream. Oh, strawberry and raspberry cream. Tastes like a Pop-Tart. No, fluffy Pop-Tart. Like this is like cloud cake or angel food cake with like creamy raspberry strawberry Pop-Tart filling. Like that creamy frosting that's on Pop-Tarts, but that raspberry strawberry filling. A mixture between those, between angel food cake or cloud cake. Really not bad. I actually enjoyed this. Surprisingly. That was not bad. Which is crazy because I'm very picky about my raspberry fillings and my strawberry fillings. Normal dorayaki! Dorayaki, I love you. Okay. Oh look, they come with cute flowers on them. I should probably pull it out and show you. See, look, they come with cute flowers stamped on them. Oh, they're so cute. The dorayaki. I should just put this. Two pancakes, red bean paste filling. Oh, this is good dorayaki. This is good. Oh my gosh, I haven't had dorayaki since moving out here. Oh, the last time I bought dorayaki was like 6 months ago, a couple months ago. I bought dorayaki out here at one of the Asian stores, and it was like pretty much pancakes with the smallest amount ever, like this drop of red bean paste. Oh, this is good. This is good. This has like a decent amount of red bean paste the whole way through. Like I can see it here on the other side, not just a little dot in the middle. This is good. So anyway, that was pretty much it. I am not going to show you the last treats because we bought a crap load of ice cream. And I don't want to eat a crap load of ice cream, or I guess I should call them popsicles. We bought a crap load of popsicles, and I don't want to go eat a bunch of popsicles, and I don't want to open a bunch of popsicles. But we bought a banana chocolate covered popsicles, strawberry popsicles, watermelon popsicles. And yes, I know the banana and the strawberry, technically I could get them at Costco because it's that whatever one that you can buy at Costco. But I didn't know they made the chocolate covered banana ones. So, and they're chocolate covered strawberries. You can't get those. I should put that down. Can't get those at Costco, the chocolate covered ones. So we bought the chocolate covered strawberry and the chocolate covered banana for my husband. So yeah, we bought those, even though you can buy them at Costco. We did buy watermelon popsicles. No, you can't get those at Costco. And then we bought a bunch of different types of bao buns and a bunch of different types of wontons and dumplings. And I'm not going to open a bunch of those up, cook a bunch of wontons and a bunch of, I should put those scissors down, a bunch of wontons and a bunch of dumplings and bao buns. That's just too much to eat. So I'm not going to cook a bunch of those. I'm not going to go steam a bunch of bao buns, wontons, and dumplings and try them all for you. So just know I bought a bunch. So, because I love wontons and bao buns and dumplings. I love them too much. I love all Asian food too much. So yeah, this is my Asian food haul and trying. Because some of these I have never tried before. So I hope the first part of this video was super helpful and you guys now know some local fabric stores in Northern Virginia. Totally still recommend that Fabric Place Basement, best store. But yeah, I hope that was super helpful for you guys. I hope you also enjoyed my little Asian food haul here at the end. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification. Those things really do help me out, and I really, really do appreciate them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching till the end, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.